Masters. Puppypaw spawning on one of his comfort civs, and oh, he could get the God spawn.
Oh, that's such a good spawn.
Oh my gosh, Puppypaw spawning in on the eastern side in the blue as the Mongols. And who else do we have?
On the west side, we have Zerton spawning has the green Ottomans, going for the usual military school opening, hoping to apply some pressure onto the Mongols, or at least deflect the pressure that the Mongol is going to apply onto them. But Puppypaw gets such an insane spawn. He has the Uwu under his CC, and he has a secondary gold, because his main one is all the way to the north, also under DC, which is absolutely insane.
And he has his second Uvu is in a nice location, quite close. Zerton circling around with the scout, spots out the TC of Puppy. I'm gonna give it a little pause here for a second. And Puppypaw throughout this, we saw this matchup earlier, and this is what I was going to mention. He did the barracks, he masked up a couple of spears, but then he realized once the barracks wasn't invested into and the numbers were kind of in favor, he kind of did the bait and switch. He kind of moved, you know, those spearmen forward right as Zerton or whoever he was playing against earlier dropped the vision. He went ahead and went with a faster age up timing, and then went into some silver tree, only 2 traders, and a faster castle age. So let's see if that'll be what he plans on to do, or if he'll invest a little bit more into the spears.
Absolutely. It looks like Zerton is looking to get a barracks by that. No, never mind. He's just going for the mining camp. Okay, not over investing, just getting exactly what he needs and just defend.
Yep, that is the game plan here. And this is going to be a little bit of a different story, as usually you'll see the barracks, because the military school does not produce fast enough to match a barracks, much less a double producing barracks that we see from the Mongols. Wolf not on Puppypaw's side to start this game. Villager takes a nice old chomp, might take another one or two. Khan has circled around and gotten full vision of the base, so Puppypaw knows there's no barracks. There's no spearman mass that can match his couple on the way. He kills another wolf, doesn't want any extra damage to come down on that villager that we already see. Khan starts attacking the vills. Nope, not the vills, the mining camp to make sure it's not canceled.
Yeah, that's if any of you play Mongols, that's something you should always do. Whenever you have your can is spotting the mining cap, just attack it. It's going to do 1 damage, and your opponent cannot delete it without giving you resources.
Why is Puppy on this gold? Sorry for the cutoff, but this is just appalling to me. He has to have seen the other gold. He easily could have rolled the Gur back over. I'm confused for it, but maybe he's just like, I already put the Gur there, whatever.
It's probably that. It's just like, I don't care, whatever. Because it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's a little bit further away, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not gonna change his stage up time.
Wait, okay. Oh my gosh. Zerton ended up having to send those 4 vills all the way to the western side to get a full, basically a full set each, because he did not have enough to age up. Think about how much of a delay this is right now. Puppypaw's already dropping Silver Tree after a tower rush, after investing into Spearmen, whereas there's been no food investment on the other side. Usually, when you get pulled off of gold, it's already starting the age up. So delayed, and I mean, at this point, struggle. Yeah. Puppypaw's gonna see everything.
Yeah, that outpost is such well placed. You can see the entirety of Zerton's base.
Oh my gosh. And pulls back the villager, just doesn't want to overgreed. Wolf gonna get a few more bites in, maybe just 1.
Biting infantry.
Oh, 2 bites in. Oh, but look at Puppypaw finally deciding to take that wolf down. The wolves are not his friend this game.
Oh, I think Puppypaw is gonna go heavy into trade. Because he's sending the villager to the corner, and that's the only reason why would you do that.
Yeah, he wants to get this quicker trade drop off. You can tell he already is planning on rolling the silver tree, has it shift clicked over to near where that gold is, which is right next to that market, and the villager is going to build that market on the bottom side to just get the super long drop off. And we'll see if he ends up just building, you know, one or two, but usually what he'll do is he'll double produce. Oh, he's not even going to do that, as he just wants to go ahead and get it immediately.
Yeah, he usually just double produce 2 traders, which is enough in order to get you to a faster castle. But with him dropping down a market on the corner, I'm expecting him to go heavy into trade.
Again, archery range drop, just as we've seen in the previous games, and him moving on out to the deer, just how we've seen in the previous games. Not investing into the pastures yet, as he's the one being the aggressor. Khan moving up, being annoying, does a nice recon arrow, except he already has full vision of that, so kind of surprising, but maybe gets a little bit further past, which is allowing him to cause this annoyance and just attack from over this wood line. 3 damage a pop, but 3 damage does end up adding up.
Yep, 3 damage is
double range drop.
He had a third one. He canceled that in order to be able to get archers faster, and yeah, he's probably suspecting that Puppy is going heavier into the trade, so he wants to be able to go aggressive as soon as he can.
A wolf on the silver tree, just causing some annoyance. Immediately, Trader had to walk around the long way, but Puppy already spotted it out, sent a few archers over there to... Again, wolves are not his friend this game. This is quite the annoyance for Puppypaw. He needs to call up his brothers and get that fixed on up. Archers starting to move forward. Outpost still given a huge amount of vision, doing everything it needs to, and reinforcements moving forward faster and faster. First trader bringing back 176 gold. Second trader picking up his next drop off as well.
Yeah, third trader queued up. Yeah, he's probably gonna go, I assume, at least into 7th trader when you get the extra bonus for food and wood.
15 vills pushed off of that wood line, moving back again, but just this little bit of idle time back and forth. You know, that might just be a few less archers than what he would have had at the beginning, and instead the archers move forward to the front line and getting a couple extra attacks. 1 vill goes down. No reaction yet from Zerton. Now he's pulling back those forward side vills.
Falling back to the safety of his tower, but Puppypaw needs to abandon this position shortly, because Zerton isn't having enough military to be able to just run up to this outpost and burn it down.
Yeah.
So he needs to be careful. First, Sipahi going around the map. I assume it's gonna go harass the trade.
First trader just dropped off. Second one soon to follow. Third one not further behind that. And the archer mass, though, for Puppypaw is no joke. It's not something to take lightly, as 16 archers compared to 10 on the other side for Zerton. But double military school will start pumping those out and not causing any sort of resource cost. And Zerton still has a good amount of resources to continue to pump out archers, but he hasn't been, and he is not onto gold whatsoever, so can't get upgrades. One thing you cannot forget about in these larger military skirmishes, whereas Puppy, he's dropping his blacksmith now, and he has more than enough gold to start getting these upgrades, which is going to be a massive bonus for him in these fights. Villagers being pulled, archers moving up, and look at where Puppypaw is. The outpost might be going down, but there's going to be a significant amount of archers that are going to be able to take out everything here. Zerton might need to pull back, and his vill's going down.
Yeah, that's 2 villagers going down, 1 to the outpost, 1 to the archer mass. This is something that has to be done. It's never pretty, but you have to do it. Oh no, don't pull the villagers. Whew, okay.
Yeah, problem here is Puppypaw has the archer numbers, just needs to step back, not fight under the town center, and does exactly that. Just trading, taking out more and more units. The villagers that were on the woods started to head back forward, and Puppypaw starting to produce out some horsemen now, so making that military swap because he sees the archer ball, he sees the archer mass, and that one single horseman pushes back those villagers yet again, not been gathering resources, and Puppypaw has trade. He's up 9 eco, 10 eco. Takes out some units. Phil's just run back. They have not a care in the world.
They're just no. We're building this mining camp, or we're dying.
Yep, Puppypaw still massing up more and more of these units. A couple horsemen will be a massive difference, and same thing on the other side. Couple Sipahi will be a massive difference. Surprised Puppypaw just didn't decide to throw away a few of those archers for a potential extra couple vills, but instead just remassed and trying to build back up.
Upgrades coming in for Puppypaw, +1 range attack, +1 armor now on the way. This is exactly what he needs in order to keep Zerton back into his base, not let him out on the map, so he can continue to trade freely. He's at up to 11 traders right now, and he's still producing more and more. He has no signs of wanting to stop that.
Yeah, and even though Zerton did a really, really good job holding this, it's crazy to think, just how you said, Puppypaw has invested in that many traders, and that's just gonna immediately just skyrocket this gold. It says 193 per minute, and there we go. As the traders start dropping off, that income per minute is just going to get to an absurd number. Puppypaw's gonna probably end up having to trade off gold and start buying food or buying some wood. Would love to start seeing some pastures being dropped potentially, but he has been the one being the aggressor with trade.
Yeah, he has complete map control. He can go to the deers, he can go to the boars if he wanted to. Although those boars are not in the ideal position, but he has berries all over the map. The other deers, he can just comfortably gather food from the map. It's just, he's looking to go into castle, judging by the resources.
Oh yeah.
Probably is in an amazing position right now.
Yeah, he is going up to Castle Age right now and will still have 600 gold to immediately grab whatever upgrades that he wants. He's dropping the stepward out, even though he has so much trade. You're like, why would he do this? This is the safer gameplay. The reason being, if he loses trade, if this happens and his trade gets full denied, he is not idled off of gold. He's not having his gold just absolutely shredded. Building an outpost in this, well, not necessarily stealth forest, but a little bit further up to get any vision of raids on the western side. Sending some horsemen over to the east that Sipahi have to fall back from. And spearmen there just did enough to deter those away, only grabbed one trader.
Yeah, it's not nearly enough. And Puppypaw has completely stopped trader production. He's like, okay, I have enough traders, these are more than enough. I'm not gonna get greedy with them. Adding any more will just mean I will float gold, and that will be just a waste of resources.
Yep, 193 gold, 17 food, 17 wood. Trying to use his con to snipe down this scout. One more attack. Takes down the scout before he's able to get through the palisade gate and get home to safety. Still a significant archer ball for Puppypaw, who has taken the military lead against the Ottoman as well as the age lead, who is aging up as we speak with the Mehmed Imperial Armory. Mangano will pop out from that, which will take some time, but Puppy might just have a timing attack before that.
Absolutely. Puppy, although he absolutely needs to get improved siege engineering, because once the first mangonel starts to come out, the momentum will shift into certain side if Puppypaw has not added his own siege.
Yeah, only problem here is Zerton's gonna need to start massing crossbows fast, because Puppy is gonna spit out so many lancers. He's gonna have way too much gold for this production, and Zerton's not really gonna have the eco behind it compared to Puppy. So even though He might have, you know, the right units and a mangonel, which would be super, super scary. It's not going to matter if there's horsemen and knights that can just dive on that, and all he has is archers and a few Sipahi. There's nothing to actually protect up that mangonel. And there we go. Puppypaw going for a dive on the gold. Zerton idled off of the gold right as Castle H is finished. Archers are starting to move up. Archers are going for a couple picks during this fight. Couple more Vills going down on their way to escape, and Archer's forced back by Puppypaw. He is just forcing his way forward and showing us yet again, taking it to Zerton and going ahead and calling game. He wants to finish this. We talked about that timing attack. Castle Age finished and knows he has an opportunity to strike, and strike he does.
Yeah, Archers taking down Knights, that's something that you don't see often. He has just +2 range attack, and Zerton doesn't even, barely has a +1 range armor, so his archers are trading very, very effectively against everything that Zerton is throwing at him. The military score are surprisingly on men-at-arms. I would have expected him to switch it to crossbow, but
I mean,
at
the
this point,
crossbows
it really
would just
doesn't
get sniped out so fast by the archer ball on the other side. I guess men-at-arms he thought was his only option, but look at the eco, look at the military. It looks like Zerton probably just said GG in the chat and is about to throw the surrender button as Puppypaw has just absolutely obliterated the Ottomans. There are 30 Vills left, half of them are idled, 5 military units and just not able to do anything at all.
yeah, incredible. This now Puppypaw sitting on top of the production, just waiting for that mangonel. He knows that mangonel should be close to popping out, and he's gonna be there to destroy it as soon as it does. And there we go, mangonel is about to pop out, and he decides to back away instead. Okay.
He's going over to the Vills that just went back to the wood line. He's ruthless. He's ruthless. Just absolutely mean as could be. Sends the 2 Lancers for the Mangonel. The Archers go to the wood line. Zerton, there's no green bar at the bottom. There is 0 military, and it was about to be 0 villagers.
Yeah, he was down to 30 eco this late into the game. That's not great, but